Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Yesterday I posted my trailer breakdown for Zetsubou no Shima. We finally got a gameplay trailer, and I was super rushed in making my breakdown, so I missed the fact that there is a new drop in the map, and there's so much speculation going on about it right now. I love it. I asked you guys on Twitter for your ideas about what it could be, and that is what this video is going to revolve around. What the hell is the new drop in Zetsubou no Shima? Now, just before I start, I want to very quickly say, right now, on some internet browsers like Google Chrome, my video from yesterday isn't playing properly, and so if that's the case for you, try a different browser or try mobile, for example, as well, and that should fix your issue. Fingers crossed, at least. So without further ado, let's jump into the topic at hand. There were a lot of silly answers and a lot of serious answers as well, thankfully, in response to my question on Twitter, which you can find linked in the description down below if you want to have a read. And we'll start off with a silly one from SnakeyBoy123. He says, the Pufferfish is older Takeo. So, we've killed Dempsey, we've killed Richtofen, and now we're going to murder a Pufferfish as the grand conclusion of DLC 2. Banter. Carrot suggests that if this indeed is a pufferfish, it might extend your breathing time underwater. We know that there's going to be swimming in the map, we've seen it in the trailer, and so maybe this is going to give you more air because, as a pufferfish would suggest, you can inflate it and then maybe get some air out of it if you've got it in your inventory or something like that to boost your underwater time. Interestingly, a fair few people were saying, well, this could be a wonder weapon part, or this even could be a new buildable. If you think about it, if you're doing the Ragnarok DG4 steps on Der Eisendrache, when you pick up all of those parts, they just so happen to be blue, glowing things that you end up building together into the weapon or into the Ragnarok itself. Now, this drop in the trailer is glowing blue. Yes, the death machine also glows blue, or glows sort of like a whitish blue, so that's understandable that there is a blue glow there, but it doesn't seem to be glowing green by any means. It does look like a blue drop, so maybe it's part of a wonder weapon, or part of some kind of buildable in that very same way as the Ragnarok DG4 was on Der Eisendrache. Maya suggests that maybe it activates the trap plants. Now, I think this is a really interesting idea because in the trailer, we do see this plant thing that is attacking a zombie. And so it seems possible, in my eyes at least, that potentially what we'll do is we'll pay for those traps to be activated by using one of these little spiky thingamabobs, whether it's a pufferfish or a cactus, or some kind of seedling, or something else entirely. That could be our currency to activate those things. Obviously, in Der Eisendrache, another blue drop that we had was the tram fuse, and so if this was some kind of currency that we used to call something in or something like that, or activate one of these plants, that, in my opinion, would make a lot of sense. Roger Hudat says, quite simply, they're pufferfish grenades, which would be a really interesting addition to the map, because if you think about it, we've had Widow's Wine, which is involved with spiders and things like that, and there are spiders on this map, so does that mean that Widow's is gonna be returning, or coming back in some other way? Is there going to be, like, fresh Widow's Wine on the map or something like that, from some kind of Black Widow boss, or, I don't know, some kind of nest or something along those lines? But I digress. If there were Widow's Wine grenades in Shadows of Evil, and you could get the Widow's Wine perk, is there going to be a pufferfish power-up perk of some kind in this map? Is it possible that that is going to have its own grenades associated with it as well? It could be this map's version, in fact, of Widow's Wine that has a similar kind of effect, potentially, but just is sort of renamed and redesigned for the benefit of it being a Division 9 facility. What do you think, guys? Let me know if you would like to see some kind of pufferfish grenades, and let me know what you think they would do. Because, to be honest, I have no idea, really. I mean, would it sort of suck the air out of a certain area or something? Would it shoot spikes into the air and, like, impale the zombies? Would it then infect the zombies? And similar to Widow's Wine, wow, that works perfectly. You might get a sort of pufferfish knife or some kind that you can infect zombies with as well. That would be really cool, and that would again tie it into Widow's. So I think that would work pretty well. Maybe that's what they are, maybe they aren't. Another really interesting idea from my buddy Starburst, or Anthony, he says, my guess would be that you can plant them and a plant trap grows. So potentially, the plant trap type things that we did actually see in the trailer are grown from these very pufferfish looking like seed thingamabobs. Maybe that is what we're seeing here. Maybe you literally pick it up like a tram fuse, but then you have space in your inventory for it and can plant it at some point in the map. Somewhere in the map there'll be like a bit of dirt that you can plant it in or something along those lines, and that will allow you to grow one of these plant traps wherever you want. Rather than them already being there, you can just grow one of your own accord, and I mean, maybe then in that case, the zombies could like attack the plant and destroy the plant, and then you'd have to plant another, something like that. Then, a couple of other people, like Strudog here, for example, who said Guanabana, and tweeted me a picture of a Guanabana. Is that how you even pronounce it? Guanabana? I don't know. Then you've got people like, where is it? Colors as well, saying it looks like a durian fruit. There was also a couple of other people saying that. For example, Sharkbait also said it looks like a durian fruit. Maybe that is what we're seeing here. What would that entail? Don't really know. Mr. Flexen said, well, maybe it's actually ammo for a weapon. So if you guys think back to Extinction, there were those pods that you could sort of squeeze into that wonder weapon. That was the like reload animation for it. You would squeeze a pod in and that would recharge the weapon kind of thing. Maybe they're doing something similar here, and there's some kind of wonder weapon that you can refill by squeezing in either, I don't know, again, if it's a fish or if it's a cactus or if it's some kind of guanabana or durian fruit, whatever, you squeeze this thing into it, is ingested by the wonder weapon, which for all we know could be a living, some kind of creature at this point. It could be a snake, some kind of alien thingamadoodle, some kind of vril something or other, a keeper something or other, we really don't know, but maybe that is what's happening here. Maybe it's actually just ammunition. Finally, Adilgul said, spiky grenade launcher? Now, this, I actually really like the idea of, because it kind of fits right in with the specialist weapons that we see in MP. Using things like a grenade launcher would just make sense because they keep bringing back specialist weapons, right? We see specialist weapons creeping in with things like the Annihilator, or with the Wrath of the Ancients in Der Eisendrache, which is obviously based on the multiplayer. So maybe here, we'll see another re-implementation of one of those MP specialist weapons, just like, again, for example, the gravity spikes that made themselves into Der Eisendrache as the Ragnarok DG4. So, maybe that's a possibility too. Guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this because everyone has such varying and different opinions on the matter. I think it would be really good to get some fun discussion happening in the comments down below. Whether you're serious or silly, it doesn't matter. Just leave your thoughts down there. Like the video too. That would be great. And, oh, I've just banged my desk. Fingers crossed. I'll see you guys very soon in another, I was going to say another Ragnarok DG4 video, but that's definitely not the plan. In another Zetsubou no Shima video coming up very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.